most people who are listening to me have a strong connection with the Creator. Most of us. Oh man, Jesus, you can quote scripture, you go to church every Sunday. I got one question. Where in the hell are these damn churches who used to be the spearhead of the movement? See, I know where they at. 2003. W put in place, George H.W. Bush, if you don't know who W is, put in place an initiative for churches to get sponsorship via the federal government and funds and things of that nature. The Republican Party put a lot of money into the churches. And a lot of these churches that we go to that are silent during the George Floyd situation, the Trayvon Martin, the Philando Castile, they are dead ass silent because they got their money coming in. How many of these preachers are sitting at the top of these pulpits and voting for Republicans because they don't want their money to stop? Where you at, TD? Now, see, you can't endorse a particular party because you're a 501c3 non-for-profit organization, but you can let these people come in your church. You can speak to things. I know the brother Reverend Jeremiah right here in Chicago, he ain't having none of that. Bernice King ain't having none of that. Father Flager ain't having none of that. I can't think of this pastor, and I know Knoxing on in Jersey. He ain't having none of that. The four Sorries in New Jersey ain't having none of that. But where all these super preachers, Jakes, and this dude Meeks here, and it's a couple of them here in Chicago, and down in Atlanta, Queflo, where they at? Because last time I checked, Abernathy, King, Aretha Franklin, Daddy, and a bunch of other people. Powell, but the people don't really want to rep Powell. The Powell name is real shaky. But at the end of the day, these brothers were at the forefront of the movement. You're not gonna treat my people this way. They wasn't letting no misinformation get out. They were telling you what was going on. But where are they now? Get you a different spiritual leader if your spiritual leader ain't trying to move the people in the right direction. See, that's where we used to meet up. That's where we used to get things resolved. That's where we used to get into it. And now, they just some dudes with some nice cars and nice suits talking that jibber jabber, preaching that prosperity foolishness. They ain't helping us. Then, find out who up for re-election in 2 years. We need to stand on their necks. The Divine Nine, the Masonic Order, hell, the GDs, the Vice Lords, the Crips, and the Bloods. We need to be asking for things. Like everybody want to do this crime bill, like crime is synonymous with being black. I mean, criminal justice reform. Most of us don't go to jail. Most of us are not criminals. So why do you attach criminal justice rehabilitation to me? But since you want to attach it to me, the people who are in office and the people who are about to be in office, how about this? You need to reinstitute trades in the penitentiary. Since you want to herd our asses in there, I need to come out with a skill so I won't increase on the recidivism rate. You need to help me get my GED. You need to help me come out with a trade. You need to abolish all these clown ass laws talking about if I learn how to cut hair in the penitentiary, barbers can't have criminal backgrounds. Why the hell can't a barber have a criminal background? What the hell is he gonna do? But this is to make sure he goes back to jail. Another thing, since y'all want to run criminal justice at us so much, how about this? If I go to jail, get out, and be done with my parole, by the time I'm done with my parole, you need to be removing this from my name because, quote unquote, I have paid my debt to society. That felony conviction shouldn't follow me around for the rest of my life. Now, in the event that I go back into criminality and the felony has been removed, then I can use your background against you. We need to go to Pennsylvania. The homie Wallow. If y'all don't know who Wallow and my man Gilly the King is, look him up. $1 million worth of game. It's funny, it's engaging, and Wallow be dropping jewels. Follow Wallow 367 or 369 on Instagram. Good brother. This brother spent 20 years in jail. He has another 20 years on parole. How fucking idiotic is that? Oh, because he got 40 years in jail, so he got to do 20 years on parole. Are you outside your damn mind, man? If y'all want to talk about criminal justice reform, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. I'm looking at the homeboy. Mad respect for him. Tariq Nasheed. Mad respect for Tariq Nasheed. Salute, brother. I'm looking at other people. Looking at ADOS. African descendants of slaves. First of all, we are African descendants of American descendants of captured Africans. Slave is not it's not a determination. But ADOS, what we need to do is come to grips with the reality of the situation. We are Africans. We need to unite with African nations. Guess why? Not because I'm on this pro-black kick, fight the power, yada, 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 yada. This is why. Within the next 5 years, there will be more people living in the country of Nigeria that look like you than live in the entire country of the United States of America. If we get these people who we want in play, shout out to Dr. Greg Carr, what we need to do is this. Tear down some of these barriers for dual citizenship. Why do I want dual citizenship in these countries, HRap? You know why? Do you know Breonna Taylor's family got $12 million for her murder? But that white woman who was killed by that brother from Senegal, her family got $20 million. You know why? Because she is an Australian native, and the Australian government said, y'all better do something or y'all gonna have to deal with us. So, if you have dual citizenship and your name is Trayvon Martin, or your name is HRap B, Brian Williams, and you get murdered, and I'm a dual citizen in Ghana, the people at the consulate of Ghana is gonna go downtown Chicago and say, Miss Lightfoot, y'all better be on it. Mr. Pritzker, y'all better be on it because one of ours got hurt. See, learn the lick, learn the law, learn the situation, and make it work for you. See, and then you got a Nigerian passport, you got a Guyanan passport, you got a Botswanan passport, and you got an American passport. You go wherever the hell you want to go. But I'm a citizen of the world. And if you think this is nonsense and jibber jabber, great ancestor Paul Robeson suffered the same thing. He got caught up in the McCarthyism because Paul Robeson, he could sing, he could dance, he could act. He going around the world, and they pulled him into Congress and said, "What's the deal? You must be a communist." He said, "I'm a citizen of the world. My grandfather was a slave." So the debt you're trying to charge him with was paid for with the blood of my ancestors. And they stripped him of his passport and restricted him from being here. So all these racists and all these xenophobic people and the Proud Boys, they claim they don't want you here and they don't like you, but it's a play called The Day We Didn't Show Up. The weekend we didn't show up, I think. Day weekend, but you get the premise. And it's about if black people just packed up and went to another country. Or as much as they hate Latinos, Latinx, as much as they hate brothers and sisters, if we left, this motherfucker would crumble. So, if you don't have no plans on leaving, come up with a plan to make staying here as comfortable as humanly possible. Period. You can live where you want to live. You can do what you want to do, but you need to be working towards the betterment of the team. And the team is the number one priority. Period. We can argue and fight over this. We can argue and fight over who right and who wrong when all of this is done. The next thing. Remove celebrities from the center of our personal situation. No more Ice Cubes and T's, Kanye's, and none of them. If you're not fully engaged with the process, I'm going to need you to shut the hell up. Yeah, you got the plan and this, that, and the third. Hey, bruh, no disrespect. I'm supporting you. But guess what? W.B. Du Bois, 100 years ago, he had that plan. Whitney Young, 60 years ago, he had that plan. Huey P. Newton, the Black Panther Party self-defense, they had that plan. Shirley Chisholm, she got that plan. And it's more detailed. See, again, when you work together, you can get something done. Because Brother Q, has you talk to one of the people I hear you quote frequently, Dr. Claude Anderson, you could have went to the Hazard Foundation and you could have been the face of it, and Dr. Claude Anderson could have answered the hard questions. Yeah, and I heard boys say you talk to him and this, that, and third, but you need to be working with him because he got 60 years in the game or 50 years in the game, man. Work together or they will tear us apart. Puff Daddy, now you want to step out and oh no, vote for Biden. But look, bruh, you a fraud. But I'm not. This is not the dump on Diddy show. This is not that. But these celebrities, if you ain't engaged like a Killer Mike, like a David Banner, I'm gonna need you to be quiet. I'm gonna need you to be quiet because they got boots on the ground and they doing things. Every time you listen to the David Banner podcast, download him. You know, he ain't no. I'm not one of his competitors. He ain't worried about me and I ain't worried about him. Period. It's a team effort, man. One team, same dream, homie. But these Johnny come latelys who come along at the 11th hour, it ain't even the 11th hour, it's 11:45 and you show up. There's nowhere, no way, there's no place in the world where you can show up unannounced 15 minutes before something happens and get something done. I don't give a damn what your celebrity status is. Because guess what? That thing that you're arguing about, my brother Jackson, Mitch McConnell was holding it up on his desk. And then you meet with somebody who was talking about Juneteenth being a holiday. Hey, bro, we all got sick time at our jobs. If we want Juneteenth to be a holiday, we'll make it one. Don't tell me about $500 million. Where's he going to pull that money out? Clean out his ass? Donald Trump going to get a black community $500 million. Who the hell he going to get it to, bro? Who he gonna get it to? How's he gonna allocate these funds? So now we gonna all run the 23andMe, and then we gonna find out who is what and what is who? Stop it. You mean the same dude gonna give you $500 million or talk to you about giving you $500 million? The same dude who don't want to extend the stimulus package for our brothers and sisters for this funky ass $600? That's the dude you working with? Come on, bro. You better than that. And I'm not finna get on here and slander him. My point is, we need to remove these uninvolved, uninformed people. 50 Cent. Listen, look. This is how you know somebody's on the tape. And again, I'm trying not to put mud on their names, but Lil Wayne goes and takes a pitch. 50 Cent say, I'm voting for Trump, and then he walks it back. Shout out to RC. He walked it back. I ain't going for the walk back because guess what? The damage is done, man. The toothpaste is out the tube. But he walks it back, and then Lil Wayne takes a picture with Trump, and 50 Cent tweets out, I wouldn't even do that. Oh, but you would take the money to do the other thing. See, that's how I read into it. Loose change. That's how I read into it. You'll take the money to do the other thing, but you ain't going to go out. Stop, man. This is why if you're a celebrity and you haven't been involved for 10, 12, 13 years, I ain't trying to hear you. And this is why I continue to attempt to drop these breadcrumbs to my brothers and sisters who listen to my show so we can do our own research, we can be educated, and we can make our own informed decisions. You are from awesome stock. To quote the great Marcus Messiah Garvey, what Africans have done, Africans can do. I'm going to say it again. What Africans have done, Africans can do. So,